Hello, my knights in training. It's the Simlight welcoming you to a video game review of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Now, before I start this, I want to say there will be spoilers, so if you do not want to listen, go na and you should be great. Anyways, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, the 25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda series. Woo! From Nintendo! I mean, come on, Nintendo, they're like your father on the weekends. And now, this game, you just want to go put on your Wiimote safety strap and drink some Dr. Pepper and play the crap out of it. But before you do that, here is my review of it. First of all, I want to talk about the characters in this game. The characters are fantastic. I mean, Groose alone. Let's get real. Groose alone is the best character. He's just, I don't know, his development is so rich, and it's just, he goes from this mean bad guy to, you know, this like helpful protector, and I mean, that's just, I don't know, it's, you see his growth, and that's what a story is. You see growth, and that's just right, that's out of the ballpark. You're not even in the ballpark anymore. You're outside in the parking lot being, with the car! That's how out of the ballpark it is. It's great. So characters, great. Now the places. When I talk about places, I talk about, you know, where you're actually playing, so the regions that you're playing in. And, you know, Skyloft, homeland. Now, these places are, how do I say this? They are nice. Not that kind of nice you're like, when you ask a girl out and she's like, oh, but you're so nice. It's not like that, but it looks great. It looks great for a Wii game. I mean, we can't complain. The colors and the blend, it looks all great. And the regions really show the three main extremes of this land. You know, we got a forest, we got a desert, we, you know, have a volcano exploding. I don't know why he likes volcanoes so much. I think that's something in his personal time he likes. But you know, there's lakes and there's just so much in there. And they're fantastic places. I mean, you know, they focus around three main regions, which is okay. I mean, it's alright, but I think it really focuses on that, you know, key 3, that magic number 3, that Legend of Zelda likes to play with all the time, because, you know, Triforce, there's 3 of them, as on the contrary to some people who think there's a 4th one. But anyways, they're nice places. So good characters, places look nice, and they feel great. Anyways, the look I talked a little bit before, but the look of the game, it has this kind of like, I like to call it dream flow. I don't know if it's really called that, but it's just like, it's really like, it's blurry, but it's not like, you can't see it. So it has this nice mixture between Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. So it has a nice mix, like cartoony and kind of realistic. So I think a lot of people, of course, noticed that when they first saw it. And it just looks great. It looks fantastic. I mean, for a Wii game, that looks great. You know, some of the trees are kind of bad when you look on top of them, because they're only four, like they're like an X. That's how they look kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. The trees look bad, but you know, it looks really nice. It has this nice feel, and that's actually our next topic. The feel. Oh boy, this is gonna be a doozer. So strap on your strappy hat. All right, the controls are the main problem most people have with this game. Motion control. That's all I need to say. Motion control. Anyways, let's go on. I'm just kidding. The motion control, it's this type of, how do I explain this? You know when you go to have a donut, but you don't see a hole in it, and you're like, it doesn't look like a donut, alright, I'm gonna eat it anyways. And then it is, you know, it's still a donut, but you kind of miss the old controls. That's how I feel about Skyward Sword. I like the new controls where it tries to be one-to-one. And, you know, it's cool. Like, you know, if I do a horizontal slash, Link does a horizontal slash. I mean, that's a really genius idea from Nintendo. And that's really what the Wii is all about, is to have that precision. Now, I kind of miss the old controls where it's a layout of a button. I know a lot of people don't like it that way, but I mean, I really like that, because I know what is what. I know everything will be precise to a point, I mean. And everything will happen if I try to click it that way. Now, the motion control, I think that's the main problem with Skyward Sword. And ask anyone, that will be the main problem. It's not that it's hard to use, or, you know, it's, you know, anything like that. But it's just so bloody frustrating. You try to use it, and then it like uncalibrates, so like you're turning, like you're trying to slash left and right, and it's like going all over the place, and it sucks, because there's some points in the game where you need exact precision. You need that calibration to be dead on. I mean, the Giraham fights, I'll talk about them later, but if you don't have exact precision, you're dead. You're dead. And I don't know, I felt like I kept disconnecting from the game every time I had to resync my controller, or, you know, I was getting frustrated with the controls because they weren't slashing the right way, and I felt that just pulled me out of the game, because I sat down and I played a good couple hours of it, and I'm like, man, I'm really into this and I'm really liking it. But then all of a sudden I get stuck at a point, and it's not so much I'm trying to blame the game, saying like it's the game's fault, not mine, but it's just like I'm trying to do like this move and it's not working. I keep dying, and it's frustrating, because I know if I had precision controls where it's laid out in a button, I know I could get past it. But since I have to recalibrate it and have to slash in a specific way, it's frustrating. It just takes me out of the experience, and I'm just like, wow, this is awful. This is horribly designed. And I don't know, I don't want to say that about Skyward Sword. I mean, I really wanted to like the controls. It kept pulling me out every time, and I'm just like, man, this is getting ridiculous. Anyways, that's my rant on controls. Alright, let's move on to the temples. Now, the temples in Skyward Sword are pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. You know, the second fire temple was kind of ridiculous, but, I mean, I guess they had to fill something in, because 2 fire temples in a game, I don't know, that's kind of ridiculous. I'm not gonna, come on. You don't need 2 fire temples. That's like going to a campfire and making 2 fires, and you're like, dude, just have one. Like, I roast marshmallows in one of them, just don't make 2. Now, the temples were great otherwise than that. I mean, some of the temples I went faster than others, but other than that, they were pretty fun and well put together. The puzzles were great. I mean, they're fun, and that's what they're supposed to be. Now let's talk about the items. The items in these temples were okay. They weren't the greatest Legend of Zelda items, but I mean, they had some lackluster ones, such as the vacuum cleaner, essentially. And I mean, they had some old ones like the bow and arrow and the claw shots, or double claw shots, I should say. And you know, there wasn't really. The beetle was fun. The beetle was fun at least, but I didn't really like all of them. I mean, the whip? You don't even use the whip. Use it like 3 times, maybe. But other than that, the whip's freaking useless. And I hate that. I hate it when it becomes not so much clutter, but it's just you can't use it for anything. And it just sucks. Like, you're like, oh, well, that's a crappy item. Okay. Now let's move on to something I bet all you are waiting for. The bosses of The Legend of Zelda. The bosses were great. Some of them were really well designed, others not so much. Such as the giant octopus, who's like, my eye's my weakness. It's like, oh, wow, okay, buddy, alright. Well, they did try to change it up, as you do have to use your Skyward Sword strike to slice off his tentacles. And I mean, that was good. But some of the bosses were just too easy, like the first Fire Temple boss. I mean, come on, you throw bombs at him twice, and you slash hack away. There's no challenge in that one. But the hardest battles, oh my. The hardest battles in this game are the Giraham fights. No joke. If you do not have your Wiimote calibrated correctly, you are dead. You are screwed. You should probably pack up and leave. Leave! Because those fights are so hard. You don't have it calibrated correctly because you need precision. Because Giraham works in such a way that there's only a small window that you can hit him in, and you have to slice it exactly. And if it doesn't read it correctly, you will be caught in an endless loop where he's just laughing at you while he's holding your sword and doing that weird tongue thing, and it's just weird and gross. And I just don't understand it. But okay. Overall, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, it's not my favorite in the series, but I don't hate it. And it's a good game. I see what they're trying to do, but I don't like them shoving motion control down your throat for everything, because you literally can't do a thing without motion control other than basically walk. it's infuriating. I just don't like that. I don't like a game centered around motion plus. I mean, it's not fine-tuned yet. That's the problem, because there's still a lot of room for error, and it disconnects a lot, and it's hard to base a game around that. And I mean, kudos to them, because they made a good game. I'm not gonna lie to that. I'm agreeing. It's a good game. It's not my favorite. The motion controls suck. They take the experience away, and you know, I feel like I'm just playing this game to beat it, and I don't like it when that happens. So if they fix the motion control, it would be a fantastic Zelda game. It would be probably in my top 5. But it's a mess. And I don't like motion control plugging up everything and being that guy on the couch. You're like, dude, go there! Dude, go there! Dude, no, you're missing it! Oh man, you missed it! You know that guy. He just blurts out things. Anyways, that is my review for Skyward Sword. If I had to give it a thing out of 10, I'd give it a 7. If they fix the motion control, I'd give it a little higher one. But just, you know, story, characters, look, great. Temples, pretty good. Items, bosses, fun, but easy. And just motion control, just bleh, awful, terrible. Just leave. Alright, thanks guys for watching. If you like this type of review, please let me know. I love making them, and you know, I'd love for you to love them. But I mean, I don't want to force you, but just let me know if you like these, okay? And there will be many, many more. Hopefully better quality and not on a shitty computer. Thank you all for watching. Please follow me on Twitter for Twitter updates, where I will post tweets about what I'm doing, such as LOL, guy in the middle of the street sleeping, because you know you all want to hear that. Also when videos come out. And subscribe so you can see more of these fun videos. If you don't like reviews, there is Let's Plays you can watch. And if you don't like those, well, I will play video games anyways. Well, thank you all for watching, and as always, stay classy. See you guys next time.